What's going on, guys? So let's get into part 3 of how we're going to use the 20 period moving average to trade and scalp long. Okay, we're going to use the 5-minute time frame. I like using the 5-minute time frame to scalp. I know some of you guys out there use the 1 minute, use the 2 minute. The 5-minute just gives us a little bit more data. Not saying that it does not work on the 1 and the 2 minute. It definitely does. Obviously, profits are going to be a lot smaller using the 1 and the 2 minute channel. Also, your risk is going to be a lot smaller using the 1 and 2 minute time frame. Risk is going to be a little bit bigger using the 5-minute time frame. However, the gains are also going to be a little bit bigger when you use the 5-minute time frame, just because you're giving the price action more time to develop and or break down. So still working off of the same stock, that ticker is DKNG. We've already gone over the 20 period moving average reclaim, okay, with confirmation. We've already gone over the elephant bar play, taking out at least 1 to 2 previous candles. And now we are going to get into the color change entry using the 20 period moving average. And when we use the color change method in this scenario, we are going to be looking for a quick pop and a quick scalp, and we're looking just to take 1 to 2 pushes higher, being that in this particular case we are, let me bring up my drawing tool here, we are away from the 20 period moving average. Okay, here on the elephant bar we are close. Here on the confirmation we are very, very tight to the 20 period moving average, so we can allow ourselves to take a little bit more profit, maybe 2 to 3 pushes higher. Any more than 3 pushes higher is fantastic. That would be considered a home run trade when it comes to scalping. Again, this is not a swing trade. This is not a day trade where you're going to be holding this for hours. However, sometimes the market gives you that. Sometimes you can enter into these plays right off of the open and the stock just keeps pushing higher and higher and higher. And that's kind of where, as a trader, you need to learn to just be patient, let the stock work in your favor. As long as it's continuing to give you setups and continuing to show you that the price action is strong, you can continue to stay in the trade. However, in this particular case here, every case is different. Every play is different. However, the method and the rules never change. So for example, in this play, we are going to be working on the color change. Okay. So the color change using the 20 period moving average. Okay. In this particular case, the color change on this moving average is giving it to us a little bit away from the 20 period moving average. So we are just looking to take 1, 2 pushes higher. If we do not get that and we get some sort of color change reversal, we know we have to absolutely stop out. So how are we going to play the color change? I'm just going to give a quick example. Let's say you're working, watching a bunch of other stocks. Let's say you missed the reclaim of the 20 period moving average on DraftKings. Okay. You did not see that. Let's say you were trading another stock and you did not play the elephant bar candle on DKNG. Okay. Let's say that you come into the stock and you start watching around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. What you have to immediately do as a trader is quickly use your eyes, back test the chart, kind of see what the data was giving you, kind of see what the price action was giving you. In this case, let's say that I came to my charts and I'm in this range here. I'm in this 9 a.m. range. Okay. This is the first time that I'm looking at this chart. I do not know about all of this. Okay. I was not watching the chart when the price action was doing all this. So what I would do is I would immediately come to this chart. Let's say we're currently here. Okay. It's 9 a.m. This is the bar that it's giving us. This is where we first pick up looking at the stock. I would immediately come back here, do a little back testing here and see, okay, we just reclaimed the 20 period moving average. We got that confirmation. Okay. We got that elephant bar push higher. So now we're on the second move. Okay. This was our first move. This is our second move. This is our first push. This is our second push. This is our third push. Okay. So if I'm coming in here in the middle of this candle, and this is the first time that I'm looking at this stock, and let's say I come in 903. Okay. And the stock price is currently right here. Okay. And this has not closed yet. All of this is irrelevant. Let's say the candle is here. I know that we've already reclaimed. I know that we've already put in an elephant bar on the move 2, okay? I know this already. So I already know that we are getting a little bit extended from the 20 period moving average. I know that I don't have that much profit to take. However, I do know that if a trade opportunity presents itself, I could still possibly make some cash flow on this scalp. So what we are looking for here is a color change. We got the elephant bar push here. We missed that. We got the second push higher. What we are looking for off a second push higher or off a big elephant bar is a color change. A color change means that if we close at the highs and we get a red candle, okay, because we're trading long. If we were trading short, we would be looking for a green candle. In this case, we are trading long. We are over the 20 period moving average, so we are looking to trade long, okay? Being that we're looking to trade long, we do get this red candle here. Let me take this off and make this a little bit more clear. We do get this red candle here, okay? That is our color change. That is our color change. So if we came into the stock and we are watching it here, and let's say it's 903, we know that we've already missed 2 setups. No need to panic. We're waiting for the next setup. We're waiting for the next, opportunity. New candle opens up here at 905. We see that it's a red bar. Does have a long tail, indicating that it's still in bullish context. We are waiting for a color change. That color change is going to come here, okay? That color change is going to come here. This is where I want you guys to enter into this play. What are we using as our stop? Our entry candles low is our absolute stop. We already know going into this play what we are willing to lose. This play is beautiful because the risk is super, super tiny, okay? Our risk is here. That is our protection. Our risk is there. That is our protection. We enter into the stock play here and we immediately get this push higher, okay? We get this push higher here to the top wick. One thing that you need to keep in mind is anytime you get this push higher here and you see it start to wick back, this is a sign that the momentum is drying off. The momentum is starting to fade, okay? Immediately as this is back tracing, we have to tell ourselves, if we get no follow through on the next candle, we have to take profits. We have to take profits. This is our stop loss down here, right here. We have to know that when we see this big wick down, if we get a red candle close and we do not confirm the tail, we need to stop. Where would our stop be? Our stop would be here. Okay. So if I just go ahead and take this off here and I look at the price action here, we are looking for a color change. We get that color change confirmation. We want to enter in as soon as we get that color change confirmation. That price would be about $54.50. We get that initial push up to $55.46. So you can see here from $54.50 to $55.46 is a dollar move on a single 5-minute bar. However, we see it start to wick back. We do not take profits. Obviously, we're still waiting for that confirmation data to show us, are we going to take out this wick? Are we losing momentum? The next candle opens up red, starts to immediately push back up, okay? However, we do not take out the highs of $55.50, and we close at $55.05. This is our sign to enter or to exit the trade. We have to just exit the trade, take our profits. We entered the stock here at $54.50. The stock price closed at $55.05. That is a 40 to 50 cent move, guys. A 40 to 50 cent move in 5 minutes. If you are trading, okay, if you are trading 1,000 shares, that is $400 to $500. Okay. If you are trading 100 shares, you're trading one lot. Okay. That is a $40 to $50 move in 5 minutes. Okay. Minimum wage here in my area is, I think, 14.50. I'm in California. We just made $40 to $50 in 5 minutes. This correlates to 3 hours of work of minimum wage in 5 minutes. And there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, do not look at the profit and loss. At the end of the day, do not look at, oh, I only made $40. I only made $50. It was in 5 minutes. You're going to get these opportunities 5, 10, 15 times a day, depending on the stock that you're watching. Okay. There's thousands of stocks on the stock market, depending on what sector you like to trade, whether you like to trade EV, whether you like to trade tech, growth, whether you like to trade financials. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the stock that you're playing. You're going to get these setups on a day in and day out basis, whether the market is a bull market or a bear market, whether the market is a choppy market or the market is raging higher. It doesn't matter. You're going to get these setups. You cannot complain about a 50-cent move. Just to replay this one more time here, guys, one more time. We got into this play late because we were watching something else. Immediately, we see the back test here. We see that it reclaimed. We see that we got an elephant bar here. We see that we pushed higher. We know that we're already on 1-2 pushes higher. What are we looking for the next setup? We get that setup here. This is a color change. Big green extended candle bar, confirmation of this elephant bar. We get a push down higher. We close red. What are we looking for? We're looking for a confirmation of this color change. We get that. This is where I want you guys entering the stock. Where's our absolute protection? One bar. We are using our entry candles low as our absolute stop. If this stock decides to come up, let's say the stock decides to come up 10 cents and then immediately retrace and come back down. No harm, no foul. Cost of doing business. You would have lost a cup of coffee on the trade. We move on. We look for another trade. That is what it is with trading. However, if you cannot control yourself and you have FOMO and you have anxiety and you get nervous when it comes to trades and you see this come up 10 cents and you see it retrace 30 cents and you tell yourself, I need to hold. We're still over the 20 period moving average. This stock doesn't have to hold. This stock can come down here to 20 period moving average, confirm to the downside and push lower. So why would we do that when we can give ourselves minimal risk with a big potential upside and look for another trade if this fails? This is a beautiful trade here. Okay. So being that we are 1-2 pushes higher already, we are looking for 1 to 2 pushes higher. We get the first push up here. We get the tail. We know that it came back down. We know that we're starting to lose momentum. Anytime you get this long wick here, we know that we are starting to lose momentum on that side of the trade. If the next candle opens up and does not take out the high of the tail, we know that when this candle closes, we have to stop. If this candle was to proceed to come down and hit your stop loss, you would stop out here. It would be a break-even trade, almost loss of a cup of coffee. Being that the stock did stop up here, you still made 50 cents on this trade. If you're a one-lot trader, you would have made 40 to 50 points on this particular move. If you trade 500 shares, you would have made 200 to 250 points on this move. If you trade 1,000 shares, you would have made 400 to 500 points on this one particular move in 5 minutes. If you're an options player, your contracts would have moved 10, 12, 13% on this move of your investment, depending on how many contracts you took, whether you're at the money, in the money. Definitely when we are scalping options contracts, especially using the 5-minute chart, we want to play in the money or right at the money. We never want to scalp out of the money, because if this move does go against us, those contracts are going to depreciate in value extremely, extremely fast. And even though the move went up 40, 50 cents, you would be down on your contract. So you want to go a little bit in the money, especially when you're scalping. So if you can't afford to play in the money or right at the money when scalping options contracts, don't play that stock. Play a particular stock that you can afford. Okay. I don't want you guys playing Tesla $800 strikes, weekly expirations, looking for a 50-cent move, looking for a dollar move. That spells disaster, okay? If you can afford to play Tesla at the money or in the money, and you're looking for 50 cents, you're looking for a dollar, you can definitely scalp. One thing to keep in mind, okay? So I hope that makes sense, guys. I'm going to go ahead and continue to make these short little videos going to continue to give you guys examples of different ways we can trade. I only use 3 strategies. Okay. I use the 20 period moving average. Okay. I use the 5-minute time frame when I'm scalping. I always use 1 bar as my protection, and I'm only looking for 3 setups. I'm looking for reconfirmations or reclaims, whatever you want to call it. I'm looking for reclaims with confirmations. I'm looking for elephant bars, taking out at least 2 candles, and I'm looking for color changes. Okay. If you just look for these 3 setups all day, you can essentially scalp your way to a healthy portfolio. I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, please leave me a comment. If you have any concerns, any questions on where should you set your stop, let me know. If you have any questions on when should you take profits, let me know. In this scenario here on this reclaim, this would be our entry. This would be our stop, no matter what. Okay. No matter what. On this elephant bar play, this would be our confirmation. This would be our entry. This would be our stop. We're looking to take profits 1, 2 pushes higher. Okay. If we miss those and we're looking to play another setup, we have a color change. This is our entry. This is our stop. This is our profit. Of course, we would like to take here, but we don't live in a perfect world. Okay. So this would be our stop here. This is a 40 to 50 cent move. Guys, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know.